Balita ko, ikaw ay isang estudyante na gustong mag-pursue ng BSIT. Well, congratulations! Ito yung tamang video para sa inyo. Hi guys, my name is Josiah Marcus Tor. I am a tech content creator on TikTok and here on YouTube as well. I post all about tech and all about my BSIT journey, simula student pagdating sa work ko. And yes, nagmumukha man akong bata pero nagtatrabaho na ako. For this video, pag-uusapan natin lahat ng experience ko from first year up to fourth year at bibigyan ko kayo ng short summary sa lahat ng mga magagandang tips na pwede ko ibigay sa inyo all throughout those college days. So wag na tayo magpatumpik-tumpik pa. Patumpik-tumpik pa. Simulan natin sa segment number 1. So here comes embracing the fundamentals of becoming a BSIT student. When I was in first year, natatandaan ko lahat ng fundamentals tinuro na. So we started with C++, Java, and web development, which is HTML, JavaScript, CSS. Sa pagiging first year nyo, dito pa lang itatakal kung bakit nyo ba talaga gusto maging BSIT. Meron ba kayong hilig sa technology? Meron ba kayong hilig sa programming, sa software or hardware? Ito yan dinatakel. Pinag-uusapan rin yung basic programming concepts. So ano ba yung different fundamentals? Pag sinabi natin fundamentals, itong building blocks to learn how to program. Alam nyo, kung babalik lang talaga ako sa first year or second year, promise, dapat kinabisado ko, or hindi pala kabisado maling term, dapat na master ko na yung fundamentals na yan. Anyways, there's always one way naman to go back. The internet is always there and it's available for anyone. Lahat ng resources natin. Pero para sa akin, dapat pinursige ko na kagad nung first year ako at second year. At least, much better ko dapat pinagpursigihan. The language that you should focus on is, I think, Java plus yung JavaScript. Magkaiba po yan It's okay to start with Python, no problem. Kung yan yung first programming language mo, it's fine. No one's judging you. Pero para sa akin, if you really wanna learn the whole concept or mas better yung foundation mo sa programming, I think that you should start with JavaScript and then focus also on Java. Yan yung mga tinuro sa amin ng first year and promise, na-shock rin ako dun sa experience ko pero napaka-importante pala talaga niya pagdating sa development. Second segment would be staying organized sa mismong files mo, yung time mo, and everything that you do. Alam niyo ba yung pagiging staying organized pagdating sa time management, self-management, pati yung sa health management, it is a game changer to me. Hindi lang yan, hindi lang sa sarili ko. Gumagamit rin ng mga applications para makapag-organize rin ako sa sarili ko. Applications like Notion, even Trello. Ako personally, ginagamit ko yung Trello just to keep myself in time sa lahat ng tasks na kailangan kong ginagawa. Keeps track all of my deadlines. Mga applications na binanggit ko is a helpful guide para yung mga deadlines ko is na ma-manage ko. Maayos siya. Tapos, eto pa, minimake sure ko na yung Canvas ko is, chine-check up ko siya kasi yun yung learning platform namin nung pandemic Minimake sure ko na yung Canvas ko is lahat ng nasa calendar ay nagawa ko na ahead of time before the submission. Ayaw ko mag-procrastinate. Number 3, this is actually important. Practice makes perfect. When we talk about practice, this is actually the secret sauce of becoming a programmer or a great coder. If you wanna be a confident coder, you have to practice. Work on projects. Do exercises every day. Not the push-ups, not the jumping jacks. I meant programming challenges. Kung nakikita nyo ako sa TikTok, kapag bored talaga ako, wala akong magawa, gumagawa ko na isang project kahit simpleng web development na script man yan, nagsosolve ako ng problem, etc. etc. Dala nyo naman ako sa TikTok, so make sure that you follow me there as well. Dahil sa pag-solve ko at sa pagpa-practice ko, this makes me a better programmer. Every time na nagpa-practice ko, na-realize ko sa sarili ko na I could solve problems way faster compared before. Hindi lang faster, with more precision and accuracy dun sa mga targeted problems na sinusolve ko. So, hindi na ako tumitingin sa internet. Minsan, kailangan ko ng diretsuhin. So, alam ko na kasi yung foundation So, dun na ako magfo-focus. Segment number 4 is collaboration is a must. When we talk about programming, collaboration with your teammates, especially when gumagawa kayo ng project, importante talaga siya. Especially kung meron kayong specific roles. Ako, personally, ilang beses na ako naging leader sa isang project and ilang beses na rin ako nakapag-handle ng different types of people pagdating sa project development. Sa akin talaga, collaboration is a cornerstone to success. So I have a story for you guys. During my capstone years, I make sure that all of my teammates or 2 of my teammates have a specific role in our project. Mapa-development man yan, pag-data collection, pag-train ng model namin, or at least sa paggawa ng chapters 1 to 5 namin, at least may role sila, okay na yun. You are still making progress. And make sure na meron kayong time na nagmi-meet every week. Kung hindi every week, at least 3 times a week. Kasi sobra naman nakaka-drain kapag, 'di ba, 5 times a week or 7 times a week kayo nagmi-meet. Chine-check up nyo parati ang progress nyo. Hindi lang yun. Yung teammate ko pa, merong unique approach dun sa mismong pag-develop namin ng application. So, it opened my eyes na, nga no, bakit di natin inisip yan? Especially kapag nagka-capstone kayo, kailangan nyo defend yan. So, di namin inisip na, nga no, what if kaya yun yung tinanong sa amin? Ayan. So, importante talaga ang collaboration, guys. Ang mga experience namin, nakikipag-compete pa kami. So, minsan kami nagiging panel, tapos yung friends namin, sila yung nagiging, sila yung nagde-defend dun sa mismong harap namin para napapractice namin. And yung buong Adorable Homies or yung buong grupo ko is sobrang galing nila. Wala kaming redefend sa buong team namin. Number 5 is exploring IT specializations. Sa TIP, doon ako nag-aral. So, ang specialization na kinuha ko ay cybersecurity. When we talk about IT kasi, it's like a buffet of specializations. Pwede ka sa networking, pwede ka rin sa multimedia arts, pwede ka mag-design, pwede ka maging web developer, pwede ka sa machine learning, pwede ka maging software developer. Although cybersecurity ang kinuha ko specialization, mas naging interested pa rin ako sa web development. At doon ko nahiligan yung pagde-design at pag-create ng different websites. Kung kanya na master or at least nakuha yung concepts ng JavaScript. And that's when I knew it. Doon na ako sa front-end development. Tapos gumamit rin kami ng different stacks na probably makakapag-convince sa'yo na ano yung advantage at disadvantage nito kapag yun ang ginamit mo. Number 6 is kapag gumagawa tayo ng projects, much better na kinocompile natin sa hindi folder. Ilagay mo siya sa isang portfolio. Pwede mo siyang ilagay sa, a website. Pwede kang mag-generate ng sarili mong website, tapos bumili ka ng sarili mong domain. Example, josiahthestech.com. It's not on. Tapos, you can even use GitHub. Doon mo pwede compile lahat ng projects mo at libre ang GitHub ngayon Unlimited na yung storage niya. Tama ba? Malaki na. Or malaki. Tignan nyo na lang sa GitHub. Hindi ko rin kasi kabisado Alam nyo, kapag nag-a-apply na kayo sa isang trabaho or nag-a-apply kayo for internships, ang madalas na na-encounter ko is hinahanap nila ang portfolio mo bilang developer. At kailangan mo i-present sa kanila and make sure na pag nag-present kayo, smooth ang website mo. Segment number 7 is keeping up with the trends. Technology is growing fast. Even as we speak right now, sobrang daming naiimbentong type ng technology ngayon. Di mo alam, meron na palang flying cars of today. Baka yung headphones mo, invisible na pala. Nakasuot pala ako ng headphones ngayon, di mo alam Siguro one trend that I really utilize today is using AI. I did not know that AI could be this powerful, especially when creating scripts. Content creation, nakatulong sa akin yan. Set aside muna natin yung pagiging BSIT ko. AI or Artificial Intelligence had a huge impact in my life. Nakatulong siya sa pagde-develop ko, sa programming ko nung development ko ng capstone, even my OJT, laking tulong talaga ng ChatGPT na yan. Not only that, but I also attended different seminars about artificial intelligence, machine learning capabilities, artificial intelligence exploration. Basta sinasabi ko na sa inyo, AI has gained attraction all throughout the internet. Alam nyo ba yung kagandahan sa pag-aral ng mga ito? Example, yung AI or machine learning. I did not know, it opened my eyes na this would lead me in a company na nakafocus dun sa mismong ginagawa ko nung capstone ko. For example, ang capstone ko is all about money and now, I'm working at a bank. Probably naging interesado rin sila dun sa career na in-establish ko sa buong buhay ko, pero nakatulong rin yung pag-create ko or keeping up with the trends and in-apply ko talaga siya dun sa studies ko. So, we established na dapat minamaster kayo or at least minamaster nyo yung programming language. But, these are called hard skills that you really need on your job. But, let's talk about soft skills. When we talk about soft skills, dito papasok ang communication, teamwork, and adaptability. Adaptability. Alam nyo ba, these are secret weapons, especially when you are in a working environment or even sa college days nyo. Syempre, tulungan kayo ng mga classmates nyo para makapasa. Walang crab mentality, guys. When being part of a competition sa school, kasi ako, kilala nyo naman ako, sumasali ako sa mga competitions, please make sure na yung teammates ko is they have their specific role. Collaboration gave us an edge compared to those other teams. Talagang pinag-isipan na namin, okay, dito ka sa part na to. Tapos ako naman yung susunod na magsasalita. Articulating my ideas clearly and collaborating with different people, wow, that was an amazing experience and you should do that too. And lastly is maintain balance. Alam nyo guys, we can talk about IT things all throughout the day, but if you don't give yourself a little bit of rest to enjoy life, go outside, enjoy the sea, enjoy the mountains, spend time with people that you really love like your families and your friends, it's all pointless. Kasi kung puro ka work, grabe, feeling ko super exhausted ka na. I'm not saying that you should be a sluggard. No. I'm just saying that you should also take breaks. Tignan nyo ako guys, content creator. At the same time, isa akong student with cum laude pa, Latin honors. Hindi ko rin alam grace na lang siguro ni Lord yon, pero yun yung nangyari sa life ko. I don't know kung bakit nangyari sa akin na high honors or with Latin honors ako, tapos naka-receive pa ako ng magandang salary pagdating sa future job ko. Tapos meron pa akong sideline na pagiging content creator. I have a great and awesome girlfriend. I have an amazing family who supports me all throughout, even my extended family. And I spend time with them. So, what I could say is just, whatever you have right now, be happy with it. Be contented with it. At the same time, do your best in your studies. Kasi if you enjoy life, ma-enjoy nyo rin yung pagiging BSIT nyo. Throw away the stress. Throw away those hardships. At the end, pag kayo nakagraduate, sabihin nyo, wow, I achieved all of those? That's amazing. Ayan, so natapos na ang ating video. I hope that you like and subscribe to my channel. And let's do a wonderful celebration kasi 8,000 subscribers na tayo. And I promise to be consistent. Tignan na natin. But yeah, I'm still active on TikTok and other social media like Instagram and Facebook. So if you want me to answer some of your questions or do a request video about this type of content, just message me. So once again guys, thank you so much sa panunod nitong video na to. And have a great day everyone. This has been your host Josiah from Josiah Tech. Have a great day.